What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another profile here on UFS University. My name's Tam, and today we're going to be doing a Shektur profile under Evil. Big shout out to Aaron Williams for giving us a suggestion on Facebook. If you want to leave a suggestion for a character and a theme to do, he just said do Shektur. So if you want to leave a theme, we'll certainly get to it. All these decks do get tested, and so we'll let you know our opinions. Let's get to it. Alright, everybody, so Shektur is my second favorite World of Endines character. She's a 7/19, and she's a real angry lady. Enhance Destroy Foundation. Your next mid gets -1 difficulty and +2 damage. Enhance commit after your mid attack gets +1 speed for each card in your card pool. The speed of this attack cannot be reduced by effects. So, the way that this deck works is it plays a mid lead-in attack, because those are pretty good, and then it plays a bunch of highs and lows, and then plays one more mid at the end. Normally it's Allure-phobia, which we'll get into. But we destroy our cool foundations after using effects, and then make the last card essentially ignore progressive. That's just the way that we decided to do the Shektur deck. So we'll move on to it. Our first poke attack is Glaive Throw. Desperation Enhanced, they burn for 2, you get to see their hand, and also lose 2 for 2/2. So it's a 4 mid for 7, that if they want to use a mid block on, later on down the line, it's gonna be a little detrimental for them. So like, it's just a really, really good poke, and we also get to see their hand, so in Monologist's Power. In addition to that, we've got Coffee Samba. Coffee Samba is the best, if not second best, poke or lead-in attack in the game. Draw 2 cards, you stun out their whole board, and then you just continue playing cards down the line. In addition to that, it's got Desperation 2, which means after I've played a bunch of highs or mids, or highs or lows, I throw this guy at the very end, and if I'm at Desperation, it's on a 2, which I pretty much can't fail. If I need to, I'll check the other Coffee Samba and commit Shektur if I need to. Not a great play, but we can do it. So it's just a guaranteed 4 mid for X amount of damage, 5 plus X. These are super good, and then the last mid attack that we play is Triple Allure-phobia. The reason we play this is this card can double its own printed attack. Sorry, double its own damage, and then you give it 1,000,000 speed based on like the 4, 5, 3 plus 4 speed that can't be reduced. It just kills everybody. It kills every single person in the whole wide game. So those are our mid attacks. Moving on to our highs and lows, we've got Triple Redemption. This card just stacks extra damage on the other cards that we're going to be playing. So I'll play this card into an Allure-phobia, and then it's just an extra 3, or I'll play it into some other high, and it forces them to use cards, waste their slots in order to block those cards, so that eventually they just run out of cards for whenever they have to block the thing that matters. Steel Res. So this card is really coolly designed in this deck, because either I can play it as part of my big chain, and I help my Allure-phobia or my Coffee Samba or my Glaive Throw get bigger at the end, or I play my Allure-phobia, and then I just play these at the end of it. And so like, they wasted a bunch of resources trying to deal with this. Well, here's an extra 5 damage, and if I want to, I'll just play another Allure-phobia at the end. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff that we can do with this card. Burn if they don't interact correctly. It doesn't get the extra damage, but like, it's free if you check a 5. Next, we've got Triple Tears of Scarlet. This card is just there to make our progressive easier. We want them to block this card, and at the same time, they're not going to block this card because we want them to. So it's an extra trigger that I get to destroy for my next thing to get plus. My next one gets plus damage. It's a lot like Redemption in its job, is it makes people want to block this and block the next one, or not block this because they have to block the next one. Triple Syndicate Slice. This card says bonus to my check. This card says I draw a card, which Shektur very much would like to do. And it's also a high, so like, it just makes the combos better. 1 mid block, exceptionally good. The only low in the deck is another beating. We've got Fan-Nado. So this card is a 2 low for 4 that combos with any weapon, which all of our attacks are. They can't block. They have to block with a 3 or greater block modifier, which is incredibly tough. It's super tough to do. The Desperation gives it 2/2. We destroy more stuff. If we absolutely need to, we can just combo out, play this at the end, do everything that we have to do in order to make that mid attack at the very end be really successful. On to the actions. Triple how you like them apples. We want to draw more cards. We want to lose vitality to get to desperation. We want them to lose vitality to lose the game. And this also builds down face down committed, which is an amazing target for Shektur to then blow up in order to make our mid attacks cheaper. This card is just value town the card in this character. To the assets, we've got double claw of Mephilasis. This card's just extra damage. I've killed people playing my big, huge combos and then dropping 2 steel reses at the end for an extra 14 damage that they just can't do anything about. It's an incredibly good card. In addition to that, I can add a mid attack from my discard pile to my pool, and so with Shektur, I can increase my difficulty by 1 by form committing, and then get extra speed if I absolutely need it. The very last thing is the minus damage. In case we have to survive. Very rarely do we ever want to do this. We want to just full block or just take it to get to desperation. But sometimes a -2 damage really matters. On the foundations, I kind of have these stacked out in what their jobs are. So the explanations is what matters. Undying Rage. I want to be able to pick up a Desperation or Fury. There's a bunch of stuff in here that is desperation. Coffee Samba or what is the Syndicate Slice. These are both desperation cards, so it just adds an extra card to my hand, which means I get to play more cards, and it is a commit effect, which then I commit, pick a card up, and then destroy with Shektur. Commit effects are incredibly good in this deck because after I've used you once, I just throw you away. It's super needed. Shunko Kazatsu. Evil Enhance, lose vitality, gets plus damage. Gets us to desperation a little quicker. Gets damage on my non-mid attacks. In addition to that, if I've destroyed a foundation, which Shektur does on her character, I can commit this and give my next one 2/2. Giving 2/2 on an Allurophobia is disgusting. It's crazy. Because it's going to give it 2/2, and then your first enhance with Shektur is to commit her, get extra stats, and then it still can't be reduced by speed effects. So that card is going to hit them and do half their life. Do all of their life. Do double their life. Coiling Contempt. The best part about this card is the Desperation Enhance. Your weapon gets +1 damage. And the Breaker 2. Besides that, it's a solid 2, 5/3 mid-block. The Enhanced Commit gets +3 or -2 damage. Doesn't necessarily come up a lot, but it can save your life if you absolutely need it. But like I said, we're not supposed to be blocking. Or we're supposed to be blocking this deck, or just face tanking. Triple Outworld Heiress. This card stops my opponent from stopping me. So this is a counter to the combo. I guess it'd be considered a defensive piece if necessary. But it makes sure that our combo happens. Pay X life, put that really good card back in their hand. Let's say that they're using High Seas, they're waiting for the High Seas Adventure to hit my Allurophobia so it can't double its stats. Well, we'll put that back in our hand. We'll drop 3 more life and then continue with our desperation plays. It's super good. Also anti-stun, less important though. Phase of a Monster. So this card is deceptively good, and let me tell you why. So let's say that for some reason this card is ready. You're completely committed out. You've got this high attack in your pool, and you're at desperation. Your opponent says that you're not allowed to play the cool mid attack that's in your hand. Well, we can Desperation Enhance, change its zone to mid. It then gets all of the stats from Shektur, because Shektur just wants a mid attack in the card pool, and then I can commit my mid attack, gets all this speed. So this card aggressively says that Shektur is now live on all of my attacks if I want her to be. It's super good. You can do the same type of combo versus Reptile whenever they, on all of their attacks, say your next high or low gets -2. You just turn their attack into a high and it gets a -45 damage. It's really good. Oh, throwing stuff. Next card for defense, Last of Its Kind. We want to pay 2 to lose 4. It just says -2 damage, essentially. It also says Desperation Enhance +2 damage, which is something we very much want to do. Other defense, Entrusted Protector. We don't want to block. This is a -4 damage, so combined with this, it's just, we want to reduce that as much as we can. Fun tech cards, double Blood for Blood. If they're posturing that they're going to block your card, you just lose 2, and if they still block it, they burn for 2. This is really good on things like Syndicate Slice on Redemption, on Tears for Scarlet. It's just Is that what that card's called? Tears for Scarlet? Yeah. It's just super good to be like, I'm still gonna punish you even though you're gonna block this, or if they half block it, even worse. They're gonna take like extra throw damage. It's really good. After that, we want cards that do nothing that we can blow up. So draw cards are incredible. The desperation look at your opponent's top card of their deck is super good. But we just want to have these face downs. I just want to flip all of these cards in order to blow them up with Shektur later in my turn. And having cards in our hand means that like we just have a bunch of options. On to our spam. So we're playing triple Fallen Angels. The reason we're playing this is because we want to just build out turns as big as we can. And we're playing Coffee Samba, which means if we want to build safely, like guarantee build safely on turn 1, we play a 1-diff, we play Fallen Angels, we reveal a top. It's not, the next card can pass, it's not a Samba or something, and so we leave it there or we discard it in order to try again. We just spin the wheel just a little bit better. We've got triple Debt to be Paid, triple Most Trusted Assassin, and triple Uniting Rebels. So this little 9-card package is just, they're all 0 diffs, 5s and 6s, and they all fluctuate vitality, hack, check, fluctuate vitality. They're incredible to build out on turn 1. Like having a turn of one of each of these means that next turn we're probably going to kill them. And these probably aren't the only 4 foundations in your hand. You could just randomly have like Face of Monster and then Last of Its Kind, and you're just not dying. The goal of this whole package is how many cards can I build on turn 1? Because on turn 2, I'm trying to get rid of all of them. Thank you very much for watching this profile. If you like the content, make sure you go out to Patreon and subscribe to one of our tier levels or on the YouTube page. If you want us to do a profile on your favorite character or favorite deck, hit us a comment down below. Once again, shout outs to Aaron Williams. So with that, stay learned.